Welcome to Fan Targeting AI, a new way to tap into years of music ads data from thousands of artists to find your perfect fan audience in seconds. Hey, it's John here. If you're new to my channel, I'm the founder of one of the largest music promotion platforms in the world called Hyped. I'm an independent music artist with over 12 million streams on Spotify, but what's most important, I've helped over 10,000 artists and bands grow their music to over 100 million streams together on Spotify. Right now, there are millions of independent music artists out there across the globe looking to get real diehard fans for their songs with music ads on Instagram and Facebook. They've seen that ads are one of the most powerful music promotion tools, but they struggle with figuring out who to target with their ads, how to get in front of the best fan audiences. Everybody struggles with this when they start running ads. I did too. There isn't a group or community of artists out there that you can go to and say, hey guys, I make old school piano house music. This is my song here. What are the target interests I should use for it? And I think something like this should exist, especially with all the advanced technology and data that we have today. So me and my team, we decided to build it. And we didn't want to mess around with it. We hired a data scientist last year and we got to work gathering years of music ads data, analyzing data, looking for patterns and developing new algorithms. And what we came up with is a new type of fan targeting AI that I believe doesn't exist anywhere else yet. It's complicated stuff behind the scenes, but beautifully easy for artists like us to use. And the idea is very simple. When you create a new ad automation campaign for Spotify on Hyped, the AI automatically finds audiences that loved similar music and builds your ad campaign around those target interests. All you have to do as an artist is nothing. It happens all automatically. And here's what's been so mind-blowing to me, okay? I've spent years experimenting with different ad interests, and I've poured thousands and thousands of dollars into figuring out which audiences connect with my music. It took me forever to find what worked. But then, the first time I used Hyped's new AI model to set up an ad campaign for one of my new releases, it came up with interests I had never even thought of before. But that's not all of it. Some of these interests the AI found seemed so unrelated to my music and genre that I thought, oh, it's way off. That can't be right. But I figured, look, let me trust the data. And you know what? The AI interests generated in seconds and without me doing anything outperformed my manual interest despite years of work on them. I was blown away and just thought, we gotta get this into the hands of our artist community right away. So I'm excited to demo the fan targeting AI for you today. This really couldn't be easier. Let me show you over on my screen. I'm logged into Hyped. I'm looking at my ad campaigns dashboard and I'm gonna click on new campaign over here. The new fan targeting AI works for all of the Spotify templates. So anything from grow my Spotify track to playlist to artist profile to pre-saves. And so for this demo, I'm just gonna select grow my Spotify track. And now I'm gonna fly through these steps real quick to get to the fan targeting AI. So step number one, I wanna be connected with Facebook. That's already done here. Step number two is to enter the Spotify song URL. So I'm just gonna come over to Spotify here. Let me grab this song here, which is one of my releases. I'm just gonna put this in here like that. All right, next up, I'm gonna set up the ad. We already have the cover art here. I can add a video effect to this, and then all I have to do is upload the audio, which I'll grab from here. All right, and now Hyped converts that into a waveform so that I can then select my audio snippets from that. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna use this as an audio snippet for the ad. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna use this over here. Usually I would listen to those. I would make sure the audio snippets are the best clips of the song. But in this case, I just want to select 3 and then I want to move on because I really want to show you the fan targeting AI. So I'm going to go next, countries, tier 1 to tier 2. That's where I get the best results. So I'm just going to go next. And now we are where that new feature lives, the fan targeting AI. It's here under the interest category. So if you've been using HypedIt before, you know that HypedIt worked off of sound like artist, and that process still exists. So if you love the way HypedIt works before, you don't want to use the fan targeting AI, you still have the same process available that has worked well for you. But what's so magic is this new feature here, Generate with AI, automatically find audiences that loved similar music, outperforms manual selected interest most of the time. And this couldn't be easier because literally all you have to do is click it. And now HypedIt analyzes your song against millions of data points to find audiences that loved similar sounds. And then it comes back with the interest recommendations for the song. Now I'm looking at this and you might be looking at this and saying, that can't be right. You know, why would it include risk assessment as an interest? Doesn't make sense, doesn't have anything to do with music. And all I can say is, I agree. I have seen lots and lots of times where the AI recommended interests that did not seem obviously related to the music, or maybe weren't even music related to start with. And yet, in so many of these cases, these AI interests outperform the manual selection of interest. This has been such a source of surprises that we actually put this statement here inside the application, which says the best target interests are not always music related. Our AI analyzed your song and identified audiences that loved similar music. Amazing results often come from unexpected audiences. For example, artists on HypedIt have recently seen their streams jump by targeting interests like McDonald's, soccer teams, or artists in other genres. So I might be quick to say that can't be it, that must be broken. But I'm going to trust the process here, and I'm going to run with these interests that the AI recommends. Now, are all these interests always winners? The answer to that is no. Not every AI generated interest campaign has outperformed every manual generated interest campaign. But the AI interests win most of the time. And they are especially powerful for music artists that are relatively new to running music ads for Spotify on Instagram and Facebook. In my case, my Facebook pixel has been trained for years on a very specific set of target interests and audiences, because I've been promoting my music with those tools for years, and I've spent thousands of dollars on music promotion with Instagram and Facebook. And so the hurdle for an AI interest to beat one of my manual interests is really, really high. And that's okay. But for artists who are new to the game, who are just getting started with music ads for Spotify on Instagram and Facebook, and that don't have a pixel that might be as strongly biased as my pixel with years of data, for them I see the AI interest win even more often than for artists with very, very mature and long established ad accounts and pixels. And so what I'm doing and what my recommendation is here, even if you get some interests that seem like they're off and they don't seem to obviously be related to your music, know that this isn't random. So even if I look at some of these interests and they look like they're off, they don't obviously connect to my music, I'm going to trust the data, I'm going to trust the process, and I'm going to run these. And I recognize it takes a little bit of a relearning for me, because for years I've trained myself to look for interests that are most obviously related to my sound and my genre of music. But that's not how the AI works. The AI is not looking for the most obviously related interests. It looks for the interests with the strongest success track record and then connects them to this song. So it's a different approach that leads to different interests. And I've just been surprised over and over again that some of these weird interests outperform the obvious ones. So I'm going to be using this moving forward. I invite you to give this a try. And I'm excited to share that this feature is now available to all pro users on HypedIt. With that said, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell buttons below so you can get more videos like this on YouTube. And if you'd like to discover how I use just 2 simple tools to grow my music from 0 to now millions of streams on Spotify, and how you can easily put together that same growth system for your music click by click, then check out this next clip right here. Want to get your music heard on Spotify with AI? I just launched a brand new video training program called the Spotify Growth Switch, where I show you how to start growing real listeners, real fans, and real streams on Spotify in less than 10 minutes using software and AI. I've used the Spotify Growth Switch system to now grow my music to over 7 million streams and tens of thousands of monthly listeners on Spotify. This works for any music genre. It gets you real fans and listeners super fast, and it's extremely easy to set up, literally just like flipping a spotlight switch for your music. Despite using AI, you don't need to know nothing about tech stuff in order to be successful with this. I've had the tremendous privilege of helping multiple tens of thousands of music artists grow their music on Spotify, many of which have grown to much larger numbers, lots more listeners, lots more streams than I have using the systems that I've taught. Makes me so proud of their success. And so if you want to get more real listeners, real fans, and real streams for your music fast using state-of-the-art software and AI, then click the link below this video and check out the Spotify Growth Switch. I can't wait to help you grow your music on Spotify, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.